Hey guys, welcome back to Metroid Prime 4. Last episode, I'm trying to remember, give me a second. We got to meet the guy. Finally got into the cold area. We met, who did we meet? Rhaegar Takabi. This guy, whose leg is completely messed up and looks like Master Chief. Alright. But right now, we have more of the lab to explore. Oh, come on! There's a morphball track in there. Is there a morphball track back here? Yes. Alright, so just get in there, and we should be fine. Alright, test capsule with temperature control function. Contains a blood sample. Alright. Oh, here it is. Here's the code. So find which direction the plate fills in. Alright. That's not a fun puzzle. I don't like that. I was expecting it to be like rotate it around and then find the shape. But it's just rotate it so till the plate just gives. Test capsule with the temperature control function contains a prototype medicine. Test capsule temperature control contains a sample of poisonous liquid. And U contains a body tissue sample. Oh, we got one of 4? Jeez. Oh yeah, we got grapple lasso. I forgot about that. Or psychic lasso. Alright, here we go. Accessing encrypted file. Research diary day 138 attempt. We were so close. It seemed like we had succeeded in disabling the problematic genes and also resetting the cells. Causing the rapid proliferation process to replicate normal genetic information and restore their state. However, for some reason, we were unable to stabilize it. The subjects reverted. Right now, I want to check over the genetic analysis to see if there were any problems in our process. I do not want this setback to have been for nothing. Interesting. Part of the cryopod rail system. This column secures and releases pods, distribution linked to the loading platform. So they were about to cure it, but for some reason they're unable to complete it. What was that? I thought I heard footsteps. I'm hearing all sorts of stuff. Alright. Research diary day 205 limit. Since the lab experience began, several subjects have been brought in each day. The lab is close to capacity, and tragically, countless brethren have lost their lives while securing these subjects. I think we should stop gathering subjects, if only because our restoration experiments have thus far been unsuccessful. Okay. Break that. We can open that door. Ow! Are you normal at least? Good to see some familiar faces. Alright, laboratory heavy door. It comprises 5 parts. With a sensor in its center, it is much stronger than standard doors. Oh my goodness. Alright, bulk cryopod storage. All pods function normally while in low power mode. Pod storage. Crane travels vertically along rails on the walls, managing cryopods containing Griever specimens. Cryopod. Equipped with life preservation systems, able to keep specimens dormant semi-permanently. Switches to an internal battery if disconnected from power. Storage bay cryopod terminal. So opens the hatch of a socketed cryopod currently offline. Ice that has thickened over time. It can be melted using high temperature tools. Storage bay cryopod terminal. Opens the hatch of a socketed cryopod online. Alright, let's open the cryopods. Why are you screaming? Griever specimen, completely frozen due to the drop of the laboratory's temperature. No life signs detected. Why are you screaming? Oh, let's open the other one. Alright, Griever specimen. Battery depletion ultimately led to the specimen's death. It has frozen completely. Well, let's open the third one. Griever specimen containing a TK code. There it is. Come on. There we go. TK code fragment. Alright, Griever specimen. Battery depletion led to specimen's death. The drop in room temperature caused it to freeze afterward. I just don't understand why they're screaming. Of course that got me. Of course that got me. Now what you could have done is have them disappear. I come around the window and they're gone. That would be cliche. But I did scan them and it's told me that they're dead. There is no life signs from them, so how in the world would they disappear? They're still making that noise though. Alright, well, over here, we got a few other doors to go through. Let me check the map. Yeah, you got a few other doors. But they all connect to each other, look at that. Accessing encrypted file. Research diary day 117 breakthrough. Oh my. We may have had a breakthrough today. Until now, we presumed that the physical transformation was triggered by something in the crystals causing compensational change in the GE, which would in turn cause an abnormality in gene transcription. Yet, that is not the case. In actuality, An unused region of the brain linked with the crystals is stimulated, and as a result, genes that would normally have stayed pseudogenes were transcribed. I now wonder, are we unlocking a blocked evolutionary branch? This would mean the Great Tragedy was merely one possible evolution of one's potential future. So, with that in mind, what would happen if we're administering GE, green energy, we disabled those genes at the moment that the rapid cellular proliferation is triggered. There should be sufficient value in attempting this to justify altering the Bausali system's programming. So is that going to happen to me then, because I have a crystal in my head? Unused DNA sample storage case. Are the Grievers Lemurin? Because they have the kind of tentacle look and the 4 arms. And now you're saying because of the gem in their head for psychic abilities, they're going crazy. I don't think any other animal has gems in their head. So are the Grievers Lemurin? Are they Lemurin zombies, quote unquote? What's this? Data terminal. And a shaft of security cap. No, wait, hold on. That's a dead end path. Right. We'll take this. Missile expansion. Alright. Hello. You got some more stretchers. I use really configure operating table. You got some shutters? Storage shutter appears to have stopped mid-activation. Looks like it broke. Alright, Lemurin-made operating table uses a gravity tuning device inside the padding to stabilize specimens without the need for restraints. Balasale system. This is what that is. Primarily used to perform experimental autopsies online. Online activation will set it to operating mode. What is this? Recording camera drone developed to autonomously record video, including medical procedures. A powerful impact has rendered it non-functional. Do I want to activate this? I don't think I have a choice. Access code approved. Autopsy systems activated. Storage mode disabled. Operating mode initialized. It's rather beautiful looking, I will say. Active ballast system containing a TK code. TK code fragment. Got it. Ballast system. It's ultra high performance multi-processor and 145 installed surgical tools accommodate many types of complex surgery, not just autopsies. It is definitely beautiful looking, I'll give it that. Alright. Research Diary Day 81, Awakening. The subject is in hibernation in the cryopod and its metabolism is at minimum levels. Unfortunately, we are unable to perform the experiments we'd like with the subject in this state. If the subject's metabolic function is inactive, a reversal of its rapid cellular proliferation cannot occur. First, we must wake the subject and restore its normal metabolic function. This also means restoration of consciousness, so appropriate sedation will be crucial. Why did we rumble? Something rumbled. A recovery pod A1SPDDR07. Used to place specimens in stasis and heal damage to their internal organs. Griever enclosed after experimental Lemorne restoration procedure. Lemorne restoration. I think the Grievers are Lemornes. Recovery pod B1JUTRD31. Used to place specimens in stasis the heal damage to pod now in low power mode. Oh, this one's cracked open. Recovery pod A2CPGGB18. Pod glass destroyed, cell structure and preservation liquid has leaked, life signs of specimen Griever have ceased. Recovery pod pets internal organs. Recovery pod B2PLVBF70. Specimen Griever is alive and preserved. Recovery pod A3WKYYB25. All readings from Specimen Griever read normal. Recovery pod B3SERTE86. Specimen Griever's metabolism currently at minimum. Hold on, that's on the inside. Let's go around to the inside, we'll scan that. Alright, security gate sealed. Releasing the lock unit attached to the rear side will allow it to open. A window shutter used for ventilation. The slats are damaged. A strong shock will destroy them. Come on! There we go. Whoa! Okay. That did it. Oh my gosh. On standby or low power mode. I still go time to get melted using high temperature tools. Why? Surveillance monitor containing a TK code. Alright, that works, I guess. Recovery pod management terminal. Tracks the state of the contained specimen and sends data to a remote database. Operates normally in low power mode. I'll grab the TK code in a second. Research sample storage capsule contains a blood sample. Access encrypted file. Research diary day 97. Analysis. We are monitoring subjects who have had GE administered here, regardless of GE concentration. They do not appear to be any significant differences. We see regeneration without an apparent mutation to alter the cells. Furthermore, no matter how deep our analysis, We have yet to see any apparent chromosome abnormalities. It is almost as if they are natural creatures. Put another way, if we were to judge based on DNA, there are no significant differences between them and us. What is going on? Yep. So the Grievers are Lemurans. Which explains why you haven't seen a corpse yet. A Lemuran corpse. Because the Grievers are the Lemurans. Alright, TK code fragment collected. Monitor stabilizer is broken, causing it to fall. Its power has been cut, disabling the display. Why am I locking onto that? And you're screaming again! Griever specimen, no life signs detected. Cryopod cell structure, cell culture and preservation liquid have leaked, and this implies extended neglect led to the specimen's death. I don't understand why they're making that noise. Alright, well, let's do it. We got our code. Alright. Research Diary Day 214. Resignation. Our resources are running very low, and we are almost out of the chemicals needed to research and experiments. At the same time, progress remains at a standstill. Naturally, there is a rising sense of panic and resignation. We cannot hope for more chemicals to arrive, and if we use up what we have before the experiment succeeds, no, even if it succeeds, and with what we have left, and we are losing researchers, everyone is likely thinking the same thing.
Samus, looks like you made it through another floor. You're getting close to the generator.
Yep. That's all you had to say? Are you joking? How close am I? Somewhat. I'm halfway. You could have just said you're halfway there. Just keep going. That would have been more information than just saying you're close to the generator. Useless words. Security storage contains vital medicines and experimentation equipment. Door sensor offline. These things. What are these things? Lightweight vertical wind turbines made to withstand the valley's severe winds. When the facility is in low power mode, wind power fulfills all energy needs. Those things are so weird looking. That one's wobbling. Are they all wobbling? They're all wobbling. I saw an E-tank out there, though. Ow! I got hit anyway. Get it! Alright. Aerial morphology, blue card. Chi Chiroptera variant that flies using their paticum wings. The leader guides their colony by emitting sound waves from their antenna. Now, problem, these things look exactly like the shriek bats. I'm just calling them shriek bats, I don't care. If I didn't pull out my scanner right there, I think I would have missed these guys permanently. That's a problem. That's why I always walk around with my scan visor on. Cargo gondola lift, used for transporting cargo and research staff over the valleys below. Reinforced cables proof it against strong winds. Currently offline. I see psychic platforms that need to be created. I see lights guiding me this way, but what's this way? Nothing, because it's not working. Got it. Oh boy. So, I see. I gotta wait for the wind gusts, and then not go then. Oh jeez, yeah, it's pushing me. It is, oh my gosh, it's pushing me. My cannon is covered in ice. Oh boy! What are those? Psychic grapple point. Connection point for the psychic grapple. Swinging back and forth and can generate momentum for point-to-point traversal. Oh boy. Go for it! Ah! Oh my. Oh, okay. It stopped, thankfully. Alright, the anchor chain joiner connecting the wind turbine to the rock wall is damaged. A strong shock will break it. Why do I want to break that from the wall? Whatever. Ah, jeez. Okay, we gotta move. We gotta go. Missiles. Alright, that wasn't that bad. Hey, does this work now? Gondola control terminal currently offline. It probably will once I get power back on. Let me guess. Ice? Yep. Ice covers the damaged sections of the laboratory heavy door. The ice can be melted using high heat. Circuitry malfunction of the door itself inoperable. Oh good, I'm opening the secure room permanently. Can I shoot? Samus, pull up the gun! Alright, shutter linked to bomb slot. Activating bomb slot will unlock the shutter. Bomb slot. Wow, that's high up there. Alright. Research Diary Day 289 records. There is little more that we can do. Every experiment has ended in failure, and the results remain unchanged. If we put the facility into low power mode, it should remain intact as long as there are maintenance tanks to look after it. We can leave behind our records, but will anyone ever see them? And if so, will they succeed where we could not? No, this is no time for doubt. We must do everything we can. Alright. Well, it seems like they tried to fix it, almost did, ran out of resources, couldn't do it anymore. What are these? Data Archive Cluster 02. Captured specimen identification and medical records. Data Archive Cluster 01. Cryogenic and Bioform Studies. Containment Unit Research and Development. Bomb slots linked Data Archive Terminal and the Conduit Access Hatch currently offline. Research Data Archive Terminal contains data on past laboratory experimentation and research on bioforms, including records currently offline. Data Archive Cluster 3, Treatment Examination, Ceros. I know that name. 001-43, Y460-410, Y460-412. Data Archive Cluster 04, Psychic Experimentation and Genetic Transformation Research and Development. Data Archive Cluster 05, Video Log Backups of Experimentation and Treatment. Transport Tube, a network of moving small cargo, currently offline. It also needs electricity. Ah! Alright. Well, we found a save station. Research Diary Day 293. Query. We have finally reached the end of our resources. Tomorrow we will abandon this lab and, at Chatoya's instruction, move to Chrono Tower built in Soul Valley. We will not be able to save our brethren. Why could we not find a way to stabilize the Griever cells when they reverted to their Lemurian counterparts? What did we miss? I'll ponder this for the rest of my life. Is it literally these psychic abilities that's causing them to transform? Hey, the power generator! Alright, bomb slot encased in ice. The generator startup device is activated by attaching it to the slot connector. What am I creating here? What? A psychic ball track. Only usable by one who has a psychic spider ball. Once materialized, they can be traveled by adhering to them in ball form and rotating in the desired direction. Psychic tether node. Tether nodes placed using psychic energy. Once materialized, the morphball can connect to it and hang from it. Nice spoilers, by the way. That would have been fun to discover. Alright, accessing encrypted file. Research Diary Day 294, Prayer. Just now, the main generator has stopped. This means that the boiler we use for heat will also stop. The temperature will drop, and I expect the facility will be frozen solid. The area will switch to low power mode, which uses wind energy. This should be enough to maintain operation for the cryopods in which our brethren sleep. I believe we have done everything we could here, but ultimately we cannot save our kind. I am overwhelmed with helplessness. I trust the words of Chatoya that someday our Savior will appear. All I can do right now is pray. I am Targon, and I am utterly defeated. Alright, Lemurian-made magnetic turbine. Spins using magnetic field created and sustained by the main generator. This generates enough electricity for the entire laboratory. There's a lot of stuff to scan here. Mobile ramp. The hatch can be activated from the linked terminal, granting access to a lower level. Mobile ramp terminal currently offline. Starting the main generator will bring it online. Generator maintenance slot. Used by maintenance tanks for turbine upkeep. Each turbine has its own dedicated slot. I see it. What about this one? Where's this one's dedicated slot? The middle. Odd. Alright. Interesting. I'm seeing how this works. Come on, spin around. And connect. Alright. Alright. Power is about to begin. Let's get the generator back online. Turbine hologram display shows the current state of the main generator turbine. All systems appear normal. Main generator start device. Online operational. Accessing the hologram will start the generator and begin turbine rotation. Alright. Start it up. That's not good. Do I need to shoot it? Generator maintenance slot. Fan malfunctioning due to extended disuse. A strong burst of energy to the center will force its activation. And smack. Yeah, I gotta do it a few times, I see. Two. And we're going for 3. Oh my. Got it. Generator is back online.
Hey, you got the power back on. Rendezvous up top and we'll talk next steps.
And that is an awesome looking generator. But this goes to the lower levels though. Hello. Security gate. Held by a clamp that can be removed only from the side. One side. Pulling the clamp will unlock the gate. It's on the other side, I think. Metal hatch leading to a maintenance tank conduit. The metal is corroded, making it brittle yet immovable. A strong shock would destroy it. Oh boy. Ugh. Made it. Give me the E-tank. Alright, there was nothing to the lower level, it's just that. Let's get out of here. The ice is melting, look at that. That's actually not good, because of all the water. Alright, data terminals. Controller terminal online, however device it controls is frozen and cannot be operated. Great. Oh, we got a roach swarm. Man, everything is breaking. What is going on? We got shock emitters. Full power restored. Caution, circuitry failures are causing dangerous electrical discharges. Be careful near high voltage currents and electrical arcs. What do we get done this? Oh, I got all the way down. So I think next episode, I'll stop here. Next episode, we'll be heading back on up. Thanks for watching.